ازيكم حبايبي عاملين ايه؟ والنهارده هنتفرج على راجل مجنون، يعني بيخترع حاجات، يعني هيموت نفسه من الاخر يعني. المهم يعني الراجل ده هو عبارة عن مخترع، بيقعد يخترع في حاجات وكده. فالمهم قبل ما نبدأ الفيديو متنسوناش بقى باللايك وسبسكرايب، وخلونا نشوف هو بيخترع ايه وشوف يعني هيعمل
something like this inductor and capacitor. This is a filter. If I try to measure the AC output using my
بيتك خضتني معاك.
The power line straight capacitors don't blow up like that. Let me just run it on low voltage AC. Let's connect two AC lines together. Here I have my car inverter running on the 12 volt battery, and here I have the CD power line. Both of them are exactly at 120 volt AC. And that's why you don't try that at home. Right now I've rectified the two sources with the diode and capacitor, and we can easily connect them together. Yes, we need to make sure they are the same voltage level and the same polarity, of course. Now to make it a DC, all we need to do is to connect the capacitor across the line. Always pick a properly rated capacitor for your voltages. Now, we could also use a full bridge rectifier instead. Now we can use a three-phase, even fuller bridge rectifier, or EFBR. Then they rectify these 6 phases using the mother of all fullest bridge rectifier, or MAFBR. See if it picked up any charge.
هتموت نفسك.
I forgot to unground myself. That was painful. Okay, ready? It hurts where it goes in and where it goes out to the ground. Of course, this is much worse because its capacitance is around 5 times larger than a regular discharge a human body experiences. The huge ESR contributor of this Leyden jar is the awful conductivity of salt water. If I open... Forgot to discharge the damn thing. And from the side of the arc, jump out from over 4 inches away. I can say that the voltage of the dome can be over 200,000 volts. And that's just the voltage when it... It's a capacitor and can hold a charge for a while. A piece of paper from a string and bring it close. We need more string. Something starts to smell around here.
لا استنوا يا جدعان، اللقطة دي حلوة أوي. تشم مين يا أمك؟
Something starts to smell around here.
والله جامدة اللقطة دي. تضحك.
It seems like it's wirelessly being charged, although it's not wireless. Our wire here is air because the charges from the dome are directly flying through the air to the spiky wires and charging the capacitor. Seems like the capacitor wasn't the only thing being charged. In some of the outlets, especially in the kitchen, they bring 2 phases to the outlet. And to do so, if you look here carefully, they have to cut that tiny bridge. I have to learn to open the breaker to connect the ground. Also tighten these screws all the way down so they are not hanging out for no reason, shocking people like Trump on Twitter. Probably fine, but let's just probe the signal to be sure. And remember that the white wire is neutral, and that's where you would be connecting your program. The white wire was neutral. I've connected it backwards. Just screw the outlet back onto the wall, nice and straight. Now where did I put the faceplate? Son of a... Just remember, if you do this and you make a mistake and the house burns down and insurance figures out that you did it and you are not certified, you'll probably go homeless. So the question is, are you going to let the fear of insurance control your life? A real man never worries about mistakes until it's too late. I like to plug my inverter into the outlet of my house so I can power more things. And for that, I made this harness that you can plug to both sides. First, you plug into the inverter. Anytime you connect the power harness, connect it to your load side first, so you wouldn't short your power supply or shock yourself. This is probably the most stupid harness one can make because it exposes high voltage on both sides, so don't make it. Let's very carefully plug it in.
دي تالت مرة يا جدعان. لا.
Yes, we have to make sure our load is not powered from a different source, like the city power. Now we can safely plug them in.
دي أربع
Apparently it was
مرات.
breaker number 2. Always make sure you open the correct breaker by connecting a light or something into the plug. But here's a redneck way of knowing which one is the correct breaker. Just short the plug in question and the correct breaker opens. Don't do it.
ده مجنون والله. دي يجي 4 مرات وبيعملها تاني. أنا خايف العربية تولع. ده اللي أنا خايف منه.
Now the voltage reading here is actually showing that there is 1.8 amp running through it. It's burning now.
يا حبيبي اصبر شوية. اصبر. الدنيا مش هتطير.
So here's the shunt. Now let's do a comparison between readings of the supply's ammeter and our shunt. Who set everything at maximum?
لا هو
I guess I
مصمم
did.
ان هو
What
كده.
can I say? I like extreme shunt. See if it gets warm.
انت تعرف ان اللسان حساس.
See the mouth and the lip area is more sensitive to heat. Slowly getting warm, but
طعمها
it's not
حلو
too
يعني
bad.
ولا ايه؟
So you should be fine. Some high AC currents. I have a piece of 22 gauge wire here which I'll measure the voltage across. If I connect it to the output of my auto transformer, I should
انا مش حافظ بس يعني
and burn my fingers again.
measuring the current with my
شفتوا يا
clamp
جدعان؟
meter.
عمل ايه؟
Let's see.
هو ايه الجهاز ده اساسا؟
I'm
انت
starting to
جايبه منين؟
think coming up with the idea of a light bulb didn't require much genius.
هيز نفسه. لا ما تدخلش. رجع.
Let's see if it can turn on a lighter.
انا بحسب حاجة.
Far so good. Time to check the low power circuit. Okay, let's power it up. According to them, I should. It's definitely beneficial to check the direction of your components before powering it up.
وبس كده انا خلصت. بس ما تنسوش بقى تعملوا لايك وسبسكرايب. طبعا اكتبوا لي رايكم في الراجل اللي هو الاختراع اللي بيعمله كده. انا في اختراعات فعلا عجبتني زي اللي هي الاخيره دي لما كانت بتطلع شكل الكهرباء والحاجات دي كانت فعلا حلوه. وفعلا هو بيعمل حاجات حلوه كتير وكده. بس وساعات بيضحك زي ما شفتوا كده. فالمهم يعني ما اكتبوا لي في التعليقاتكم يعني ايه رأيكم في الراجل ده. انا بالنسبة لي يعني يبعد عن الكهرباء خالص. اللي هو يخترع ويعمل الحاجات اللي هي تبع الكهرباء دي يبعد عنها خالص. ويبدأ في الحاجات اللي هي البسيطة. مش اللي هو عمال يعمله ده ما ينفعش. ده هيموت نفسه كده. فاكتبوا لي في التعليقات ايه رأيكم في الراجل ده. حابين يعني اللي هو يكمل كده ولا ايه. انا بالنسبة لي لا. انا رأيي ان هو ما يكملش في الحاجات دي. انه كده هيموت نفسه زي ما انتوا شفتوا كده. لما جه يتكهرب بتاع كده السلك كده عملت حركة حفرت في صبعه. عملت حفرة. انا مش عارف ايه ده. وبس وسلام.